Are you ready? No! I said, are you ready?
Oh, don't blink!
And midnight hour. Made him pay. The Runnels. Last shot by
Hello, welcome back to the Last Shot podcast with me, All Things Wrestling, and Stefan.
What's up, everyone? How's it going?
Stefan has had to replace the CPU on his laptop this week, so he hasn't got a camera available to do webcam for this edition of the Last Shot podcast. So we do apologise. We'll have it all fixed for next week.
We will. But yeah, dude.
Let's start with what happened on Raw. If you remember, Sami Zayn dropped the AEW bomb live on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah. He dropped
two things to
bomb.
note from this. One, it was scripted, but they didn't tell most of the staff that it was scripted.
No, he asked if he can mention AEW. They said yes. So they basically allowed him to say AEW, to mention AEW. Then when he came back, they told him, like, why did you mention AEW? And then he had a hit with Vince, because Vince obviously didn't approve that, but others from company did approve that for him to say. So, you know, it's shitty thing, dude. It's bullshit right now. So I just want to hear your opinion, you know, on all the bullshit like that.
The thing is, from the evidence I'm just looking at, it's good for AEW because the interest spiked up over 50% on searches as soon as it got dropped on Raw. So all they did was give AEW more attention.
Yeah.
So
they did.
Just you just fucked yourselves over there, WWE. I mean, I like it. I like the fact they're making shots at each other because it feels like a proper rivalry, which I'm hoping
great,
it will be, but not to the point they want to absolutely demolish each other.
No, listen, this is bullshit. This is completely bullshit, you know? I don't know why did he mention AEW. Maybe he and Young Bucks had some deal, you know, like go and mention AEW just, you know, for fun or something like that, just to give them some popularity and that kind of stuff. But, you know, it's at the end of the day, this shows that Vince and WWE, Kevin Dunn, are just scared of AEW, and that's funny, dude.
Yeah, it definitely does prove it.
Do you know why it's funny? Because they have the best roster they ever had, and they didn't utilize anyone.
Basically, yeah, because as you can see, Ambrose is going to be so much better off outside. But we have other things to discuss about Ambrose in a minute before we get to
By the way,
John
before we
Moxley.
go anywhere else, I have to say this. I don't have my laptop with me right now. I have my microphone, Audio Technica, but I'm missing a cable. I can't find a cable, so that's why I can't record. Why we can't record over the camera. Another thing is, I know we don't have a camera right now, but this podcast, trust me, guys, everyone who's listening right now, this podcast will be undisputed and probably the best podcast we will ever have.
I hope so.
Let's go.
This thing I'm reading, it sounds so stupid. WWE decided to have the one fall in the elimination match to protect talents.
What?
Why book it as an elimination match if you weren't going to let them eliminate each other?
Are they retarded?
I think so. It's just like, you could have just booked it as a fatal four-way match and not made it elimination.
Yeah, because it's obviously fatal four-way. I don't know why did they say elimination if
it was meant to be an elimination match, so they got two of the people to walk out the building, so it could be a one-finish match.
I think elimination match would be better.
Exactly. I don't. If you don't want to have them hurt the stock, it's not going to hurt them to take a loss in an elimination match.
I'm going to say something like right now, seriously. I know it's funny when you say it, and like when anyone mentions this and says this, but I'm going to be real right now, dude. I really believe that Vince is going crazy, dude. I really think the guy is going insane and he doesn't know what the fuck is he doing.
Yeah, I think so.
Listen, I really believe that age is catching up to him, and I really believe that he doesn't know what he's doing. Like, for real, dude. For real.
It definitely just seemed like that, to be honest.
Because when someone comes to him and tells him, "Oh, Vince, you said one thing and we are doing right now other thing," he's like, "Oh yeah, dude, just that what I said." He forgets, dude, stuff. I'm telling you, he doesn't know what the fuck is he doing, dude.
Definitely doesn't know what he's doing. Now, did you hear about AEW related signs being confiscated at SmackDown Live?
Yeah, I heard about the AEW sign, and there was another sign, "Save us, Triple H."
Yeah, Save Us HHH and You Aren't MJF. Were two signs confiscated. The belief is they were confiscated because they're obscuring the views of people. Whereas basically it was just WWE trying to censor the fans. Because we all know that. It wasn't to do with trying to get people to see. Because they couldn't give a shit because they've already paid for the ticket.
Dude, if I'm paying money for a ticket, if I give $500 for a ticket, and I want to go to a show,
I want to bring a goddamn sign.
No, I gave my money. I paid my money. I want to do whatever the fuck I want because, you know, I can do whatever I want because I paid. So for them to take signs of people, and to even, you know, there were situations before where they would kick out some people who, you know, didn't want to give away sign. So it just shows that WWE is like scared of everything, dude. And despite they're not admitting that, they're scared, dude.
Definitely. Now, do you want to hear Vince Russo's conspiracy theorist thing about WWE and AEW?
Wait. What is your opinion on this we just said?
What did we say?
Seriously?
Sorry, I was reading the thing I was coming up to next. I do apologise.
About Vince being... about signs being taken off.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I think it's bullshit. I mean, I get if the sign said some foul language or whatever, I'd get that. But when it's just a harmless sign that says Save Us HHH or You Aren't MJF, that's ridiculous. Yeah. You pay your money to be what you want to be.
Yeah, that's basically what it said.
It's not like it said AEW or anything, does it?
No.
It's just ridiculous.
And let's be serious about this, dude. The fuck, I mean, like, who the fuck knows from casual fans who the fuck is MJF, dude? Like, seriously.
No casual fan is going to know who MJF is.
Yeah.
I didn't even know who MJF was until I watched Double or Nothing.
Oh, the guy is a fucking legend.
Oh, I know, I love the guy. Absolutely love the guy.
Hey, actually, one of my favorite heels right now. I'm serious. I love the guy.
He is fantastic in his job.
Yeah. Anyways, let's continue to another topic.
Yes, the Vince Russo conspiracy theorist. He says there is no question that WWE and AEW are in bed together. Several things don't add up. When you look at the entire picture, it becomes evident. You're being worked.
He is not wrong, dude. I mean, look at this. Adam Cole is working for WWE. Britt Baker is working for AEW. So
they're not in bed together. God damn it!
Listen,
they're not working together. Stop thinking they are.
It's attention, dude. It's attention seeking.
Oh, that's all it is. That's what a lot of the comments say. They're either you're an idiot or you're just trying to stay relevant, dude.
Yeah.
All it is.
I don't want to say anything about that because it's bullshit, dude. I mean, it's stupid, dude.
It literally is so stupid. But did you hear? I think it's Women's Promotion Eve is doing a woman's show live on Facebook for women wrestling while they're doing Saudi show. So free show for women.
Who is working? Who?
It's like an independent promotion.
I never heard of that promotion, dude.
Yeah, neither have I, but I still like the fact that a wrestling promotion is going to the length to make sure there's women's wrestling available on that day.
I understand, but you shouldn't do that stuff to WWE, dude. Like, who the fuck is going to watch that if there's a show on WWE? Yeah?
Anyone who doesn't want to watch, because I know a lot of people have just boycotted Super Showdown.
Well, I honestly don't care about that.
I just thought it was an interesting note to have on the podcast.
No, I mean, I don't care about... That's a good decision, dude, but I don't care about Super Showdown. I think it's...
Oh, yeah, no, I don't give a shit, but I will be watching it because, well, it's a wrestling event, and I just want to watch wrestling.
You mean, let me correct you in that one. You mean entrances, because Goldberg and Undertaker's entrances are going to be longer than matches.
Pretty fucking much. It'll literally just be an entrance. Okay, are we ready to get on the meat and pudding of this podcast?
Yeah.
John Moxley.
Oh, the guy buried WWE completely, dude. He buried WWE. So
before we get onto that good subject, one, what did you think of his debut?
Mate, couldn't be better, dude. Couldn't be better.
He beat the fuck out of 2 established top wrestlers and a referee.
That's great. That was just perfect, dude. It was great.
It was fan-goddamn-tastic. It really was.
What can you say? I know people say, you have to discuss more, blah, 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 that kind of stuff. We can't. What do we have to discuss? It was perfect. There is nothing else to say, dude.
Absolutely picture perfect, especially with the fact he had no entrance music or anything like that. It just felt like it was just invading for the sake of invading. No. It was really good.
Speaking of that, I know this is out of topic. I need just to say about this AEW. I think it was a wrong choice. I would love to see Shawn Spears be that 21 instead of randomly getting in that battle royal in the beginning, because it was kind of predictable that Adam Page will win,
Yeah, it was, but it was damn good. It was a damn good battle royale for what it was.
Yeah, let's go back to Amber's topic.
First off, he is appearing at New Japan Pro Wrestling completely independent of AEW.
Because he can appear on any shows outside AEW in US until TV deal doesn't begin.
Yeah, and I believe he can work with New Japan due to it not being an American company.
Yeah, but he can work with whoever, dude, but only in the US.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If people didn't know, he has signed a multi-year full-time contract with the AEW, so he will be a main fixture on the show, which is amazing. He's not just there for a few appearances, he'll be there every week.
I don't know if this is true or not. Take it as a grain of salt. I'm hearing, this is like seriously, I'm hearing that he has signed a 5-year deal, dude.
Well, it would be incredible if it was.
Yeah,
obviously, it'd be a WCW deal. Like, if the company went bankrupt, he'd still get paid for those 5 years.
Yeah, but like I said, take it as a grain of salt, because I don't trust these people who are running this.
Well, we do know it's a multi-year deal, so it's a minimum of 2 years. He is facing Joey Janela at Fighter Fest, or Firefest, or how you pronounce it. June 29th.
In July, right? Oh yeah, in June.
Yeah, which is their second pay-per-view. So that'll be pretty good to see his debut.
Dude, that's going to be hardcore match, dude.
It's going to be fucking insane. But yes, let's get into what he said about WWE in an interview.
He basically killed WWE, dude. He said everything that we are seeing since we started this podcast, dude.
First things first, he knew he wanted to leave in July 2018 when he was out with an injury.
Yes, but do you know what, dude? Do you know how I feel? I don't know about you, but do you know how I feel when we talked about all the stuff that's happening in WWE, and then someone like Jon Moxley comes out and says that publicly, and then we are actually right about everything we said about that.
Yeah.
That they doesn't know what the fuck are they doing, and Vince is basically a reason why the product sucks.
Yeah, well, as this says here, he refused to read a scripted promo because he believed it was idiotic and ridiculous, while Vince believed it was great. That sounds a lot like we say about Vince. He said he wanted to rewrite promos because they were shit and got told he couldn't.
Goddamn, that's you. That's perfect promo. Go there and say that. I'm a genius.
He loved the Make-A-Wish stuff and everything, which is one positive he gave to WWE. It's not all negative, because WWE do some good stuff for charity and everything, so we have to give them all the good stuff. He actually thanked
the WWE for opportunity because he made his name in WWE. Let's be serious, because Jon Moxley, nobody knew him before WWE. I mean, people knew him, but back then, indie scene was not huge like right now.
He said that he thought the promos about Roman's cancer was distasteful, which I cannot disagree with him.
Yeah, it was.
Vince even tried to make him say another cancer remark, and he just flat out refused.
Yeah, because it will be bad for G Common, and I know he didn't want to say to Jericho or anyone on the air. He said he'll tell Jericho after the podcast that they had, but I think that I know what he wanted to say, and I also don't want to say it in the air. I'll tell you when we finish the podcast, dude, because it's really awful if I think that's it. And you maybe know what's that, but I don't want to say anything.
He said he wanted to walk out of Raw when he got the shot/vaccination promo, because he knew on that day he was literally leaving.
Yeah.
That was a shit promo as well. He said he was excited to return to wrestling, but not to return to WWE.
It's not up to... He said one thing, that this is not up to writers, dude. So, if someone writes something, it goes through Vince. And Vince is the one who declines that. And rejects that, because he said carefully, Jon Moxley said that writer told him, you have to do that. And Moxley then told that writer, why the fuck do I have to do that? It's not right. And writer told him back, I know it's wrong, but it's Vince. It's not up to me. So Vince makes final decisions like that. And you can see why the company is in state like today, dude. It's bad.
Yeah, he said he didn't even look at the new contract they offered him.
I wouldn't too, dude. Happiness over money, dude.
No, he said he was happy to take bumps from Nia, but he felt like it was literally just there for a punishment because he was leaving.
Yeah. And Vince do you know what Vince said to him? I actually heard the whole podcast, dude. Vince was like, goddamn Paul, we don't want to bury you, you go out there and it's like, it's for this new day and age, he was like, he didn't want to admit that they're burying him, And the funny thing is, Jon Moxley was also doing an impression of Vince, which is even funnier, if you had the chance to listen to that.
I definitely need to.
But yeah, imagine how crazy is Vince to try to tell Ambrose, we don't want to bury you, we don't want to bury you, dude, but go there and get basically buried by Nia Jax. It doesn't make sense.
I think we covered the notable parts, to be honest. Oh, he also mentioned Tony Khan is the exact opposite of Vince. He likes him and the fact he's a huge wrestling fan.
Yeah, and you can discuss stuff with like Tony Khan, whatever his last name is, Tony Khan, and yeah, I mean you can see. I don't know if you heard some interview with Tony Khan, but the guy is basically a wrestling fan like we, so.
Yeah. It even mentions about the fact Ambrose kept getting physically sick about worrying about what he'd have to do at work. That's when you know you're in a bad job.
Well, yeah, because he was depressed. He actually said that, and he was lazy to get up in the morning and go to work because it was always same shit. Vince saying what Vince wants. He didn't want anyone else to give their opinion.
Yeah, and he made $500 for that Shield special.
Oh,
$500.
That's
completely pathetic.
Do you know who makes $500? People like EC3. People basically who are not doing anything, who just show up at the show. That's who makes $500 in WWE.
Yep, pretty much, mate. Pretty much. On the note of pay, because I heard a very interesting thing about TNA.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a top star was offered. I think it was $25,000 to re-sign.
Oh,
do you know what? You know what the entry level for an NXT star is?
Yeah, I know. $40,000.
$40,000.
Yeah, but that's for someone who is in the performance center. I'm speaking for someone who is on TV.
No, yeah, but the impact was for a person to be on weekly television. $25,000 to be a top star on weekly television in TNA. That is pathetic. You could go to the performance center and get paid more money.
25. That's bad, dude.
That's just terrible. But I haven't got much more to say about Jon Moxley apart from the fact that I'm looking so forward to his in-ring debut. Yeah. I think he's going to be a top star. I've seen a bit of his indie work before he went to WWE, and he is fantastic. He is one of those dark, edgy characters, and I cannot wait to see him return to that dark, edgy character.
Yeah. I just have to say one thing. Personally, this is my personal opinion. Calm the fuck down with hardcore extreme rules matches, dude. Calm the fuck down. I don't want to see light tubes and that kind of shit in the match, dude. That's too much, dude. And here's the thing. I know people will disagree with me, but this bullshit Joy Janela and what's his name? The other little guy from, what's his name? 5'6", 5'7" guy who is wearing a mask. Also hardcore guy.
Could not tell you.
You know who I'm thinking, dude.
I think I'm on the right lines of who you think, but I can't get a name.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't want to see that. I mean, it's fine once, but every freaking event, it's too much. I don't want to see. You don't need blood every week. You don't need stuff like that because you will get yourself fucked up. And I know you will completely agree with me on that. Once is fine, but every week, no.
I agree with you. For monthly pay-per-views where you have hardcore matches, blood should be a thing, but I don't think it needs to be necessarily on the weekly television show.
Cody actually said that they're not going to do pay-per-view every month. Only 4 or 5 pay-per-views a year. So
I'm sound for that. That's good.
Yeah.
But then again, AEW is going to be less of a schedule, which is what you need. You don't need your wrestlers on the road 5 days a week.
Why is WWE even doing that? Do you know? I mean, it doesn't make sense for them to do 5 house shows after Raw. I don't know.
They have 5 house shows a week because obviously when Raw is on, they have a SmackDown house show, and when SmackDown's on, they have a Raw house show.
They have I think when you work Raw, you have to do like 3 house shows after that, which is basically four events per person
think it
a week.
works is if you work Monday Night Raw, you have Wednesday, Thursday off, and if you work SmackDown, you have Thursday, Friday off.
Yeah, but then you work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, which again,
yeah,
it's too
it's
much.
an insane schedule. It's ridiculous schedule.
If you think about this, if you think for a second, I know we are watching wrestling and that kind of stuff, but if you think for a second, how hard is to take one fucking punch, dude? Can you imagine that? And you need basically whole match to, to do a practice and that kind of stuff, because you literally need to know what the hell are you going to do in the match. It's so hard, dude. Imagine you don't even know how to take a punch, dude, correctly. You know?
No.
That's what I'm saying. It's really hard job, dude, and you have to do every single day, basically.
Yeah, I know. It's insane. But one thing I do want to credit WWE NXT for is how they treat their superstars when traveling. Do you know in NXT, if you travel, you get your hotel paid for, your travel paid
and
for.
They have a bus, dude. They have a freaking bus.
Yeah.
Because usually they travel around Florida. They usually have shows there.
They pay for anything outside of Florida, which I think is
so
really,
great.
really good.
And I really love NXT because of that. Because I can assume
I
that
think,
it's
to be
hard.
fair, I think the main roster do that as well. I think they pay for the travel and.
Well, despite who? Because that's in contract, dude. That all those stuff are in contract, dude.
Yeah.
So, but what I'm saying about NXT is I really love that, and I think it's really hard for someone to leave NXT and go to the main roster, because if you're traveling like around Florida in the bus with some people, you make friends there, So to leave, because basically everyone is like a family in NXT. That's the thing.
You're not wrong. To be fair, if I went to WWE, I'd rather go to NXT.
I wouldn't want to go to the main roster, dude. I wouldn't want to work there, dude. You couldn't pay me enough to.
Oh, you could pay me
Seriously.
enough. Just basically top what I'm getting paid now. I'd rather go and do a wrestler than I'd fucking do a chef. But we have a devastating story to talk about. This has a message. NXT star Rachel Evers was hit yesterday by a drunk driver. She was. It was a hit and run. She said
she took a picture of that motherfucker.
Yeah, she took a picture of the car and the person. Luckily it hit the passenger door, not the driver's door. So she's okay. Mm-hmm. But to anyone listening to this podcast, do not drink and drive. It is not worth it. No. Because you could end up killing somebody. The most I've ever drove on is one single pint, and I'd normally drink it and then wait like 20 minutes or so before driving.
Usually people think like nothing's going to happen, but you have to think about yourself, dude. You're going to end up in a fucking jail because of that bullshit.
By the look of the guy, he had got to have been heavily intoxicated.
Yeah, but like I said, you have to think about yourself first, because if you do that, you may kill someone and you may end up in the jail, dude. Like seriously, It's not a joke.
And do you want to live with the fact that you killed somebody with a stupid, reckless decision the rest of your life? Because I know I don't.
Do you know what? Do you know why? Because of few drinks or few stupid drinks, dude. You killed someone because you didn't think if you should drive or not. It's ridiculous, and you really have to think about that stuff, dude. Because you'll end up in jail for nothing. You could have easily, end up not doing that stuff.
Definitely. Just learn from those people and don't drink and drive.
No.
Then, did you hear the update for Lesnar?
No, I didn't.
We are going to see him more than we did in 2018.
Who the fuck knows how much are they paying him, dude?
Fucking too much, but at least he's doing some work.
Hey, I don't know if this is true. Do you think this is true or not? Like I said, take this as a grain of salt once again. But I actually heard that they're paying Lesnar $5,000 per show, dude. $500,000 per show.
I don't know, because obviously now he's on a steady contract. So, fuck knows.
Maybe 250.
Wouldn't surprise me. He's probably going to get paid like fucking $1 million for Saudi.
Hey, you will agree with me on this. You can pay me $50,000 and I will be more than happy to go and dance like a motherfucker there with the briefcase, dude. Like, seriously. He doesn't do anything.
For 50,000, I will go and do whatever you want, as well as take down your ring and clean your entire fucking arena.
Hey, imagine if someone from WWE told you, for 50,000, go and get choke slammed by Braun Strowman. You wouldn't do it, right? Of course I would. I don't give a
I'd fucking take that money and do it. I'd be like, hey, Braun! No, fuck. Bye. I don't think I could keep a straight face.
You will be thinking, what the fuck are you going to do with that money? Huh?
Get a house.
Yeah. Thanks.
Well, to be fair, you can't buy a house for 50 grand.
You mean you can't?
No, a house in England about averages for an actual house is about 120 grand onwards.
You can buy in US, dude.
I could buy a new pillow to go along with AJ Styles and the donut.
You know what I was thinking you were going to say? I can buy WWE.
Vince, I'll give you 50 grand if you let me take over your job.
Hey, imagine if he gets sold and he's like, okay, 50 grand's okay. It's your
Okay,
company.
hello. First thing we'd like is, okay, I now own WWE. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Dana Brooke, you're fired. Lesnar, you're fired. Bianca Belair, you're fired.
Kevin Dunn, I would super kick that motherfucker, dude. He will fly out of the window, dude.
Kevin, kiss my foot, or it will go up your ass.
No, you know what? Kevin, stand there, and let me super kick you, dude, out of the window, dude. Let me just.
To be honest, I'll just give the creative thing over to Triple H.
Yeah, and I will be doing like a business side of things or something. I don't know, dude.
Yeah, I wouldn't run the day-to-day show.
You know what? I will actually do a business side of things because I'm actually on the marketing college, so I would probably do that stuff like I told you. But yeah, I would definitely give like Triple H control because I trust Triple H with everything.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's funny how we say we trust Triple H because we do, dude.
We do a lot more than Vince because look at how he's done his NXT.
And I think I said this before, dude. I wouldn't trust Vince to make me a freaking sandwich, dude.
Yes, Vince, make me a sandwich. Vince, why is this a sponge with a car on it? You wanted a sandwich, I made you a sandwich.
Hey, did you see that picture from 2002 or something like that where Vince and Don are near the pool and Don is is grilling, barbecuing some stuff? I don't know if you've seen that, but...
yeah, we talked about it on a podcast the other week, I think.
Yeah. Anyways, let's continue with the other topic.
Lord Sullivan's official Twitter account has been closed down.
Seriously?
Yeah, one day after they did the announcement of the Lucha House Party at Super Showdown match, they closed it. It had been largely inactive due to the controversy around the bodybuilder.com post, so...
Yeah, people need to get over that, dude. We say things all the time, and those people also say things, dude, that we don't mean. And if you're 20, you will have different perspective 10 years from then when you're 30, so it doesn't make sense.
Exactly, we have said this before. We don't want to go back into it, just thought it was... interesting to note his Twitter account has been closed down.
Yeah, you know what's another thing interesting? WWE is not a racist company. At least that's what they say. But they have Lars Sullivan destroy Lucha Party guys just after those racist remarks that he made. So let's just think about that. If WWE is actually trolling everyone, and that speaks a lot about Vince, because I don't think, I really think, I don't want to sound, because I think people will not agree with me on this, because it's really like serious subject, but I don't think, I think Vince told Lars, like, go and destroy Lucha House Party, because the guy is bizarre, dude. What do you want to know? Vince is crazy, dude.
Yeah, he definitely is crazy.
You can clearly see what what I'm saying. I know you agree with me. It's really, I don't want to. It's not racist. I don't want to say that because it's stupid to say something like that. But it's very, very strange and bizarre in the WWE.
And coincidental that they make him go and beat up 3 Latino wrestlers just after this comes out.
Yeah.
Very coincidental, to be honest, with it.
Let's move from this, dude. Let's move from this subject.
Yes, definitely. Terri Runnels, the former wife of Dustin Rhodes and former WWE Diva and manager in the WWF for Dustin Goldust Rhodes.
Yeah, arrested.
She was arrested for having a handgun in the airport when she was trying to fly. She has been released from jail on a $2,000 bond. She has spoke out about this, saying it was a simple mistake. She had been at her mum's for a few days, and she has to take care of armadillos and other wildlife from attacking her chickens. And as she was travelling, she forgot that she left it in her bag, and then that had happened. She had also noted that she'd only got 8 hours of sleep within 3 days.
What the fuck do you need a gun, dude? You don't need to be smart.
It's America. It's fucking America. They always need guns.
If you have a little bit of brain inside your head, you should know that you shouldn't go with the gun anywhere near airport, dude.
Well, I'm gonna take her. I'm gonna just believe her on this point where she said she forgot that she left the gun in her handbag. Gonna give her the benefit of the doubt.
It's easy. That's easy to say from her side. I don't want to blame her, but it's easy to say. You can be in that situation and you can say, "Oh yeah, I forgot the gun," but you didn't. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, but I can't see a reason why she'd want to sneak a gun into an airport.
No, she wouldn't do anything, crazy or anything like that.
No, I'm just gonna say it's one of those shit happens moments, and thank God it's hopefully over from this point. She'll probably end up going before a judge.
Yeah.
She'll get a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, there's always two sides of the story. So I think maybe she knew about the gun, but claimed that she didn't, that she forgot, or maybe she didn't knew. But at the end of the day, she wouldn't do any harm with that. So that's what I have to say. And I know you agree with me, dude.
From what I can tell, she's a lovely person and definitely a stable person. Unlike some other women that worked for WWE. Sunny.
How many times was she arrested?
Sunny's still in prison.
Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
Yeah, she's still in fucking prison.
Dude, I swear to God, she was arrested 1,000 times, dude.
Yeah, she's been arrested about 9 times. All for drug driving, drink driving, breaking probation, all this kind of shit. She has got so many fucking problems.
Speaking of Sunny, I'm actually very, very thankful that Shawn Michaels got his life, on the right track, because back in the day he was actually crazy, So maybe if he didn't, he would end up hurt, which is something we don't want.
No, I'm glad he managed to seek out God, even though I don't believe personally. But whatever somebody has to do to revitalise their life and get on the path that they want to be on is fine by me. And Shawn managed to get on the right path and get himself where he needed to be.
And for people who don't know this, the reason I'm mentioning Shawn, is because back in the day, Sonny and Sean had like a relationship or something like that. You probably know about that also, but
Yeah, I was aware of it. And
Yeah.
then Sean claimed that Sonny had slept with Brett, and then that fucked up Brett's marriage, and just there was a lot of shit going on around Sonny even back in the day.
yeah.
But yes. Let's move away from the Terri Runnels. Let's hope the situation gets resolved very quickly and fast.
Let's hope so.
A fan has been banned from AEW events for making apparently transphobic comments during Double or Nothing.
What did he say?
I don't know the exact comments. All it said was a picture on social media doing a shocked face saying, "So, this fucking nerd next to me asked me to leave Double or Nothing if I was going to be transphobic. I thought AEW was for everyone." And then the Young Bucks confirmed they had banned him. I don't know exactly what transphobic comments he had said, but either way it was enough to get him banned from AEW. Which, I'm glad.
Yeah.
If you're going to try and ruin a wrestling show and be like that towards other people, fuck you. We don't want you in our wrestling community.
No.
WWE is about bringing people together.
You mean AEW?
Just wrestling in general is about bringing people together and creating a community.
Tell that to Vince, dude. The guy doesn't give a
Yes, I know, but still, that's what wrestling does, despite the fact Vince McMahon doesn't want that. Oh wait, sorry, he's sports entertainment. I should be talking about WWE in the same sentence.
Imagine this going on. You know, Vince loves 80s and 70s music and that kind of stuff. Imagine going on a meeting with Vince, and in the background you have like music that Vince is listening. You're getting in his office, and he's listening a song. I don't know if you know the song. It's called "Out of Touch."
I can't say I heard of it.
You know, people will get it. Who knows? Just imagine that sometime for people. And how would you feel? I will be kicked out, dude, in a minute, dude. Like, seriously. For you, because you don't know, go and listen to that song after the podcast, because you will definitely, dude, I'm telling you, you'll go crazy. You will be loud. I'm telling you, dude. I'm without words, dude. Just imagine that.
Damn. And then let's talk about I'm going to just put in quotations, top indie wrestling star. Joey Ryan turns down an AEW contract.
That's surprising, dude.
That's very
That's actually
surprising,
surprising.
but I'm more surprised hearing that AEW wanted to sign him.
Well, to be real, he is a friend of Young Bucks in college.
Yeah, but he's just so fucking over the top and weird, especially when he's getting shit shoved up his arse.
Hey, I didn't see that, and I don't want to know.
I did, and I can't unsee it.
Like in the wrestling show or what?
Yeah, it was during a wrestling show.
What
In
did
the
he
middle
show
of a
up to this?
match.
What did he do?
I can't remember. Someone shoved something up his arse, though.
Fuck that stuff, dude.
Yeah.
That's
It's too far.
yeah.
It
Oh
is too
my
far.
god. I'm just seeing something on the WWE's Twitter. Who should appear on next week's The Electric Chair with Sami Zayn? Do you even give a fuck about that segment, dude?
Who knows?
I don't know. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, just we've got 2-3 more topics to talk about.
By the way, listen.
Yeah.
That electric chair that they bring up last week, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe that's a good chair for Vince, dude.
Definitely. Did you actually hear? I did hear a rumor saying that they were not plants. They were actually fans.
If those are fans, then I'm.
They asked really fucking shit questions.
Dude, if those are real, if those are not fans, then I'm James Bond, dude.
But if they were actually fans, they were the worst fucking questions you could ask to a wrestler. They were generally terrible questions.
You people now know the reason why the product sucks, because fans are fucking stupid.
Yeah, pretty much. But let's talk about Road Dogg, your best friend.
He's working in NXT right now. I actually heard from him 2 days ago. Yeah, I was tweeting with him 2 days ago, dude.
Yeah, he now works full-time in NXT as well as working in the Performance Center.
I'm going to tell you this right now. He's right now working on promos with guys in NXT. Ooh. And people don't know that. Nobody in WWE, from WWE side, doesn't know that. But basically what he decided is to move to NXT because it's Triple H's team, and he's working with Shawn, and because he doesn't want to be in that toxic environment, because everything he did or said, Vince basically, Vince doesn't give a fuck. So that's
Vince did a Vince to him.
Yeah, he is helping guys with promos and probably writing shows.
Good. I think he didn't have bad writing for SmackDown. What he wrote, it wasn't bad. Just obviously you had Vince over your head, so you can never do a really good show. But at least with Triple H, one, they're friends, and two, it's Triple H.
Hey, I can't wait until Vince goes away, because at that point, the whole NXT team, Triple H's team, will go up to the main roster, and they will take over writing and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we need Vince to fuck off. Really, we do.
Even if you would bring his team right now, again, Vince doesn't give a fuck. He will do what he wants. So you don't need. You can have the greatest writer in the whole universe, dude. If Vince doesn't want what he wants, that's the whole thing, dude.
Yeah. It is. And now let's talk about Mike Kanellis.
Mike Kanellis.
Yes, he spoke out about the state of 205 Live and the lack of fans. First off, he said, guys, on 205 Live we actually get to wrestle. If that's your kind of thing, wrestling on a pro wrestling show, please watch. I promise you won't be disappointed. There's a lot of shade being thrown towards Vince McMahon in that fucking thing.
This is a message for Maria and Mike. I was watching them in the Kingdom back in the day, 2012, I think, 2013, with Adam Cole. And dude, just go back to RH. I'm serious. You will be in the world title position immediately. Like, seriously. The company is just wasting them. And I don't know if you are familiar with Mike, but he is like really talented, dude.
Yes, I'm very familiar. I watched his TNA stuff.
He's really good, dude.
He's fantastic.
Like in TNA, and he was in the RH. In RH, he was great, dude. Like,
yeah.
I don't know how can. I would love to see. I know people will shit in this because a lot of people don't know him. I would love to see Mike Kanellis with someone like Undisputed Era or something like that.
Yeah. And then someone mentioned about a half-dead crowd and the rest go home before you even start taping, right? And then he said, you're absolutely right. Half the crowd leaves. The other half are usually waiting for the dark main event. Yet every week, the 205 Live roster goes out there, pays no attention to any of that, puts on killer matches and gets a very interesting crowd extremely invested. Which they do.
Once again, that's Vince's fault. Vince was running 205 Live at the beginning, and he destroyed all of that. Then Triple H picked up 205 Live.
And it fucking kicks ass now.
Kicks ass, but fans don't care because Vince destroyed before Triple H took over. So Triple H can't do anything right now because Vince destroyed before he took over, dude.
Yeah. I'm hoping
wrestling is good, but don't get me wrong, wrestling is freaking great. But you had back in the day, you had Enzo as a champion. That was basically death of 205 Live, dude.
That it was. Yeah, also, Maria Kanellis says their contract's up in 3 weeks.
If that's the case, like I said, dude, AEW, ROH. If you don't want to go to AEW, go to ROH.
Mike Bennett. Let's just call him his fucking real name because Mike Kanellis is a shit name.
Yeah.
No offense, Maria.
By the way, how the fuck? There is no sense that he picked up her last name. That is ridiculous, dude.
Because they were trying to capture the film of fame she had when she was there as Maria Kanellis.
Yeah, because these fans these days probably don't even know who she was.
They were thinking, people are too stupid to know who Mike Bennett was from Indie, so we'll have to call him Mike Kanellis so people think of Maria.
They made their debut to Extreme Rules, I think, 2016 or 17, something like that. And dude, they actually got pretty decent pop at first. After that, Mike was shooting with Sami Zayn, and after that, he was done, dude. They killed him.
Yeah, they did. Stupid fucking WWE writing again.
And how desperate, how stupid is WWE to tell someone like Mike, or maybe they told him, go and promote. Like, what the fuck? You have your platform like WWE, you should promote that shit, not him, dude. He is not guilty for that. That people are not watching.
Exactly. But all I'm hoping is that we start getting wrestling war a bit again, so WWE actually steps up their fucking game. Because I want WWE to succeed. I want them to succeed and put on a good product.
Someone in the chat or something during Raw, I think, said like, you're just fucking you're not positive. How the fuck? I want to be positive, but I don't have anything positive to say about this. The only reason we're talking shit is because we want this product to be better.
Exactly.
And I know who said it. I know this motherfucker who has like a file of Kevin Dunn. That's the motherfucker who said it. So obviously it's someone who's just fucking around, but you know.
Yeah. You got anything else to talk about?
I don't think so. I think we said everything.
Mine.
Sure.
So yeah, this should have been a pretty good podcast.
Yeah. I was thinking this was pretty decent episode, dude.
Oh, definitely a decent one.
Pretty decent. Pretty decent. We have takeover this Saturday. It's going to be very entertaining, and Triple H doesn't give a fuck. He just goes there and puts on the best show that he can.
Yeah, I'll be live for it. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Check it out.
Yeah, by the way, check out Tom's video gaming channel. It's pretty damn good.
Yeah, Procrastination City. Links are in the description as well as on the channel.
Yeah, he was playing Life is Strange. Pretty entertaining game, dude. I was actually playing Life is Strange 2 right now, but that one was freaking great, dude. And he's also playing Fallout
2 once I get the
you were playing Fallout, 76. One of my favorite games of all time, dude. So
yeah,
definitely check out his channel.
Yes. But yeah, we do really hope you've enjoyed this podcast. It's been pretty good. Hopefully there'll be some more good news to come out next week, especially after NXT finishes. So we'll have hopefully talking about the Undisputed Era returning on Cole storyline to talk about, I hope.
Well, I hope they just win all the titles. I don't want that to happen, but I just hope they win all, dude. That's my dream, like, seriously.
Maybe they will win all of them. We'll have to wait and see. But anyway, thank you for watching this podcast. We do hope you've enjoyed it. And Vince McMahon hopes you didn't enjoy it. And
you're not done, dude.
No,
I have to say one more thing. I haven't. You're probably rolling your eyes right now, like, what the fuck he wants to say. No, the thing is here. The guy was streaming like 12 hours yesterday on his gaming channel. So seriously, go support him. Like, seriously. Because I think that he's going to do some stuff like that in the future more. If he has the time or something like that.
Yep, definitely. That's kind of the content I want to bring to you all.
And by the way, I'm out because this podcast was boys and girls. It was undisputed.
Yes, it was. Now I'm going to go and have a bath and go to bed because I have work in the morning. But for you, it'll be the afternoon. Yes.
Bye.
Thank you. Subscribe for more content or you'll get fired. Peace.